We've lived in this district for over 37 years. We've raised 4 children and credit a lot of their outcome as good and upright citizens with solid careers to GUSD back then. My husband is a retired firefighter. I retired from here, this district, after 27 years as a substitute teacher. First, we really need to follow the science. A report from the Brownstone Institute states, from the beginning of March 2020 lockdowns for the SARS-CoV-2 virus, the subject of natural immunity has been neglected. Once the vaccination became widely available, what began with the near silence at the beginning turned nearly into a complete blackout of the topic. Even now, there is an absence of open discussion, presumably in the interest of promoting universal vaccination and required documentation of such vaccination as a condition of participation in public life and even jobs marketplace. These studies demonstrate what was and is already known. Natural immunity for SARS-type virus is robust, long-lasting, and broadly effective, even in the case of mutations, generally more than vaccines. And I humbly plead with you to allow us for freedom of choice. And we're going to visit the Constitution real quickly. Paragraph 2. We hold these truths to be evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their powers, just powers, from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Let's unite and work together. As stated in the weekly memo to families, the mandate will not likely take full effect until the next school year. However, children should not be subjected to this with so little information on long-term effects. They have already suffered so much. In the near future, those students who do not comply in getting the emergency use authorization vaccine have to return to online learning or homeschool. It's not a mandate, it's an ultimatum. So I plead with you again for freedom of choice. Let the parents be parents, not the school district or state or federal government, especially when it comes to decisions regarding their health and education. In closing, I leave with you a speech delivered by Ronald Reagan. It states, here we go, freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on to them so that they can do the same. Or one day we will spend our sunset years telling our children and our children's children what it was once like in the United States where men were free. So please revisit.